All right, Killian, so look, we're not trying to break any records today. Just we're gonna roll around and have fun together, okay? That's it. Got it? Good. The last thing you want to do in a situation like that, right? When you got to think about your kid's mood and how he's feeling, and you don't want him to get hurt. So you take the pressure off, your expectations low. I'm never trying to get him to come out here and like totally kill some new goal unless he's got it in him. I know not to push him to that level, and I think that that's key. So you can push yourself, but don't push others. Give them the space. I feel like this might be a better warm-up for me. The reason I don't do it is because it's scarier than even doing that. I said before, because the flat bottom here is really short. Let's go back, fakie. Fakie. Onto the coping. Where's my groove at? That my mid groove or that my side? Nah, dude, what? So I'm in that groove on that upper wheel. So having those notches down there, it gives me a point to push off. I'm not up against the wheel, am I? Let's see. Can I go more? Why didn't I go in? All right, so I had sticky coping over here, but I stayed in it. It was fine. I see the problem. On this groove on this side, I'm grinding on the front of the truck. And that causes it actually to be sticky because I'm digging in slightly. On this side, it's on the back of the truck. So it's at a plane where it's gonna slide easier. It's all about getting used to it. Those notches, they are highly noticeable. The verdict is still out whether or not I like them. If I bring that old Black Label board back out that has the really deep, larger groove, it's more like the Gull Wing. If I brought that board back out, I really get into that. I get locked into that one and it feels super safe and super nice. These are 3 smaller ones, so we'll see. Those trucks have a lot of miles on them. So there it is, guys. You see that down there? That's what it looks like. Old men, you hear me. That guy's out here putting in work. I doubt he can even drop in at a bowl yet, and that's nothing against him at all. I just met so many guys. They come out here and they learn to go down those banks first, and then they learn to drop in on the banks, and then the coping really scares them. So, but that's it, dude. You know, he's got his pads on. He's out here practicing, you know, every day, small goals. That's it. I don't know who this is. I never met him. I want to go down there and meet him, but I don't want to take him away from his practice because he's looking real good now. of the way. I filmed Killian on his final 3 runs, and he got a nice ender right here. And then, so I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna hit my final kind of warm-up runs. I have not hit any backside grinds yet. I just got warmed up on a couple of runs, so let's just do it. All right, you ready, Killy? Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, I'm all about the 50-50 grinds. Obviously, I'm all about trying these trucks. All right, now, if I would have kept the pressure on my toes, I would have stayed. Well, I got a mustache hair, bro. I would have stayed on that coping. All you have to do is put pressure down on your toe, and I would have stayed on. Those big fat wheels would keep me on it. But what's the point? I don't want to roll to a stop. It's cheesy. So for right here, for the ones I don't make, I'm gonna do carve grinds on the way back. Coming out this way. Then I'll do this one again. Okay. All right. I really love these Bronson ceramic bearings, dude. They're silent and they spin forever. All right, here it is. This morning, I had all these positive vibes sitting in my Archie bunker chair. And now is the moment that I make it happen. So I got to grab the bull by the horns, and I realize that everything's okay. I'm having a perfect day. And it's going to end with that feeling that I accomplished what I wanted to accomplish today by feeling that grind, dude. When that tuning fork goes off, you know it. You guys who know, you know. When you get that trick, when you pop that old school ollie up the curb, which is just lift your wheels and just pop over, whatever level you're at, when you know it, you know it. All right.
Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Feel the fear and do it. Dude, yes. Whoa, okay, all right. I felt the fear, I did. All right. That's not evidence to me. All right. Okay, point it at me. All right, so you guys just saw the scorpion. We're gonna play scorpion skate roulette. I'm not trying to hit him. If I see him, I'm gonna try to dodge him. But let's see if it's his day today or not. So I'm gonna try to hit that carve grind, so stay up against the wall, okay? Here we go. I wasn't too tired until I did those scoots.
Feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah.
Why don't you growl, Dad?
Yeah. Right? My bullhorn. Oh, get into it. Coping, you're my friend, but I'm gonna get on it. No, don't make it funny. I'm in my groove. Come down. Boom. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Or whoever it is you call God. I don't discriminate around here. So, for all of you guys that prayed for me, that my dad would recover. My dad is recovering. He had a tough go, and I didn't really share a lot of it. Let me turn the mic this way. The wind's coming from that side, right?
Yeah.
I didn't really share a lot of it on this channel, but man, the facilities that he was in, I mean, it's amazing that he got out okay. He had to be re-hospitalized. He had to get another DNR bracelet on because of dehydration, low electrolytes, because of the facilities that he's in. They're not taking care of him. There was a tattooed guy in one of his rooms that was speaking up for my dad, because my dad didn't really have great control of his he couldn't really talk, and he had a trach, right? So this guy was a loudmouth for us. He was our in the hospital room advocate, yelling how they're not cleaning up after him, how they're ignoring him, and how he's been mistreated. And that was before he almost died the second time. So if it wasn't for your prayers, and he said after the fact, now he's in therapy, could take up to a year. He's kind of being able to help himself stand up. I mean, they're helping him. They're lifting him up. He's got like no movement in his right arm. He can twitch his fingers in his right hand, but the left hand is just not strong. He can move it. I think he can move it up to his face, but he has no control of his wrist. So his hand just kind of flops. And this is Guillain-Barré syndrome, right? It's one of the side effects you get from a V. It's the number one side effect, which he was against, but hospitalized twice in California for the CV. And yeah, who knows what happened? Who knows what happened? But for a fully healthy, guy who rides horseback, who's roping cattle, who rides a Harley at 74, who's not on a stitch of medication of any kind. It's weird. He is recovering though, and the reason I bring the story up is as a full, hardcore believer, Christian believer, your non-denominational type Christian, he went to hell. He went to hell. I went out and visited him for 3 days, spent 5 hours a day with him, talked to him, prayed with him, and he doesn't remember my visit at all. He told me a couple times in my packing that the night nurse was super evil, and she was named my mom's name. Gnarly, right? And I thought, or he explained to me the other day when I talked to him, that he was dangling over the lake of fire. He could hear the wailing and gnashing of teeth the whole time. That he believes it's the prayers of the people that saved him. At one point, he had an out-of-body experience there at the end, and I think I was there that day. And I remembered his friend Leonard came. It was a bad day, and I was trying to give him blood. And they were going to give him a transfusion, and they wouldn't let me do it because I hadn't done it in advance. But Leonard was praying loudly when I was in the hall, and forcefully, and it gave pause to me, like, whoa. And it went from like one of the worst days where I thought we're probably going to lose my dad. I had some doubt that day. And it did a complete 180 after his prayer. But what gets me, a complete 180. They took the trach thing off, and he was talking to us that day, at the end of the day. So I think there was a lot to that prayer. But he went to hell, and my mom's death wasn't real positive either. It makes me wonder about that verse in the Bible that talks about the broad way versus the narrow path, and the narrow path leads to heaven. I don't know, man. I'm just trying to figure it out, guys. So if you've been hardcore in that belief your whole life like I have, I just don't want to be wrong. And in some ways, I feel like some of that is misleading. I think that the thoughts that we have in our mind is the real deal. Because if I break away what the preacher says versus what Jesus said, Jesus didn't say to me, to my own spirit, a lot of the things that the preacher man says. So no matter what, if it's not popular, I'm not going that way. And I'm telling you right now, I'm having my doubts. And so I want everybody, if you have even an inkling, seek truth. The only thing I know for sure is God is love, and He wants me to pray. And when I pray, I get answers. So don't neglect the prayer and seek truth. All right, it's about to rain. I got one more run. Jump in, Killy. It's starting to rain. Hurry, dude, we don't have long. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. It's my birthday. I'm 53. I'm gonna take my birthday run right now. So that last grind was kind of a cheater. I gotta get a good grind.
Growl again.
Oh yeah, nice. Was that a birthday run? How about that grind, guys? You see that? I was on the corner. I was cross-locked. Do it again, but I gotta breathe. Run number 2. Birthday run number 2. That doesn't mean it's gonna be a shitty run. This is gonna be always a jet in Pflugerville. Always a jet. Hold on. You're gonna wait for him. Dun, 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 dun. See, point at the vulture. Okay, point back. That vulture, that could weird some people out. Not me. Not me. I'm gonna get my best grind ever. Okay, ready? Ooh, nice. That's a future run. Coming to my channel near you. Future run. Whoop-hap. 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 Another whoop-hap here. Come through here. No, I'm going to go up there. Maybe I'm going to stall there, and then I'm going to grind this pipe, too. Grind and pipe. This is cheesy. What are you looking at?
Vulture. See?
Oh, dang. Point it. Now there's another vulture. That means nothing. That means nothing. All right. You ready? Okay, so I'm still catching my breath, but guys, what was good about that grind is it was shorter, right? But I committed to it. I committed to it at the 45. So I got on with more speed, I got off with more speed. It wasn't as long, but that's the legit kingpin grind I'm looking for, where there's no wheels touching. I want my wheels off the deck. All right, so Killy, can you make it over there and follow me?
What?
Are you that fast?
Yeah.
Because this is going to be the grind I want to get. All right, you ready, little dog? This is the grind I want. I was like, air out right here, air out. But then I didn't because that scared me. That'd have been nice to come back from that feeble.